everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Cassidy or Starr, and I'm a light renegade, part of a collective of Pleiadian beings, bringing you information from the veil. Hello everyone, welcome if this is your first time. This is our 7th message from J.Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. You might want to start at the beginning of the series or continue if you feel called to be here now. Didn't have much time with Jay today. I've been trying to fit a lot in my day today, and yeah, feeling pretty zapped, to be honest with you. So it was quite quick, the message that came through, and yeah, there wasn't much talking between him and I. A few confirmations in here that I think everyone will be really grateful for, so yeah, I'm happy to bring that to you, and also a few questions answered I think that I've had in my mind, so I'm grateful for that too. But yeah, take your time with this, everyone. You know, these are coming out nearly every day, but don't feel like you have to go at that pace also. Feel it out and feel for yourself. But this message actually very much aligns with something that I filmed earlier today, and that was with protection video, so I will tag that in the description below for those that might not watch this in real time. But yeah, this idea of negative energy and its impact on you, he kind of discusses here today. So yeah, this one is called The Idea of Me, and he started with, "Hello all, and thank you again for meeting me in this space of tumultuous healing. I know that many of you that find yourselves here are not exactly sure why or how all of this has come to be. I'm sure this vessel here herself is in much confusion at some stages in the process also. I want to assure all those that are watching that you are safe. If you are coming under any form of negative energy, this is for you to work through on your personal journey. You are always safe and supported in your spaces of light. Those that are seeking the light, there may be some levels to this energy that you will have to work through and battle. They will come for you as they see you growing in light, but there is no harm that can truly come to you. This was something I wasn't aware of until I was in it. In the darkness so deep that I couldn't see a way out. I have mentioned meeting my maker, and what I meant by this was, I was met with an illusionary space of pain and torture. I was met with open arms to a place of being that goes far beyond the perils of anything that you have ever encountered. It isn't possible to comprehend where you are. It is in the different spaces and frequencies that so far you have not been able to reach. I wish to tell you, you do not want to. To those experimenting and finding spaces to seek darkness, that find themselves here out of other ideas and agenda, I am not someone to be idolized. This was perplexing to me to have to share this message today, because I had not thought about my actions having an effect on those that find themselves in the grasp of the Dark Order. Seek help for your preferences. You are not unable to be helped or guided back to the light. There is so much out there for you to see and experience. Do not feel trapped and as though there is no way out. There is always a way out. This is where I was stuck. I found myself so deep in, at points it was as though I could snap into seeing it fully, but for the most part, I was just a veil. I was numb. But you can seek forgiveness and come back to the light. Do not believe that you are not worthy, no matter how far you have gone or you find yourself now. Love is always available to you. Yes, you may be judged, and yes, you may have to face the consequences of your actions, but I promise you, much easier now than on the other side, or worse, the idea of taking one's own life. I did think of that, but this is not how I came to my demise. We will speak of this another time. Today's message is to say everyone is able to come back from any dark path or hole they find themselves in. You are able to receive absolution from what you have done, and you will be set free. My soul is free. I'm struggling with all that I have done, but my soul is free. And this is not something that I had felt before. I wasn't able to. So no, seeking forgiveness is the first step. Confessing to what you have done on any scale of the spectrum, and seeking forgiveness is where all this needs to start. There is no time to delay. There is no perfect time but now. I know there will be some here hearing this and thinking that this message is not for them. It is. Even those of you that have not stooped to the depths that I did, but where you find yourselves in your journey, you deserve love and forgiveness. I will each day send out such light to those whom I have harmed. I see some shining, and this brings me such joy. Those that came forward to speak of my misdeeds and crimes, I am thankful to you and all that you have done for this world, and those who were unable to speak up for themselves or pass before they had chance to tell those that they cared about that they loved them. Each day I am seeking spaces and places of my light so that I can help push the darkness into the foreground for all to see. It is happening. The spaces of darkness are coming into the light. We are doing all that we can, so please continue to hold the faith and believe. Believe in yourself so much that you can only shine so bright. I'm grateful for this space to speak freely. I know this is difficult for some. I wish there was more that I could do, but I hope what's to come will be enough. My truth, the full truth, no more lies. That will be all for today, Jay. There's actually so much there in such a short message to comb through, and again, yeah, apologies for my delivery. I'm really feeling zapped at the moment of a lot of energy and I guess space to truly comprehend all of this is where I find myself right now, and I'm sure most of you feel that way too. You know, this is a lot and very heavy, and there's so many layers to this and things that I just hadn't even comprehended, you know, in terms of people finding themselves here that are under, you know, some form of negative order or darkness, and, you know, seeking a very different agenda from these messages. And yeah, it just blows my mind, and, you know, I'm grateful to be in this space, but it's also a lot to take in, so do go easy everyone with self. And yeah, I will post the I will tag the energy and protection video below, because I think there might be some little tips and tricks in there to help some of you where you find yourselves now, in this journey. But this idea of, you know, being in so deep that there's no way out, that just doesn't exist in any realm, any space, any time. And to anyone that is ever thinking of, you know, taking their own life, there is always life out there for you to experience, and please know that and hear that. And, you know, I say that with a heavy heart, and, you know, someone that's found themselves in that space too. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to pull yourself out, pull yourself back, and believe that there is anything else to experience. And, you know, if I could tell that me now, just where I find myself today, I don't think she would believe me. So know that that's your space too. There is so much out there for you to experience, and as much darkness that you are in now, there is equal amounts of light and more of that. The light is so strong, and it takes a while to fully feel it, you know, but it's there for you, and there is so much support. So just call out, you know, those times when you feel like you want to harm self in any way. Come to your knees and ask for the light, and you will be met with the light. And that was not something that I was fully aware of when I was going through a lot of pain in my life, and it was always there for me. I know that I was always being pushed to make sure that I didn't, you know, take it to any depths where I wasn't in this realm of existence anymore. But you can't feel that when you're sitting in the darkness. It doesn't feel tangible. You don't even know it in some spaces, and I definitely didn't. And I'm grateful to be where I am now, and know that that's your story too. You have a story to tell. You have a voice. You have a space to pull yourself from. You know, it's like when we hit that rock bottom, the only way is up, and that's so cliche, but it is so unbelievably true. And to those that might find themselves there now, there is all the room for you to grow. And I didn't believe that either. Yet I've lived so much of a life already, and I feel like my life is only beginning again. And you know, I'm in awe of everything that this world has for us, you know, and things that I just didn't believe in before, and spaces that I wasn't aware of existed, and how much magic and love and light there is available for you. And this is what this dark veil does. It makes you believe that there is no way out, that there is nothing here for you. And there is, you know, even if you have no one around you, there are beings that you cannot see wanting you to come forward and to shine your own light so bright, because you do have it. All of us has this innate light, this innate power that is within us, and it's deep within us, because we are in a world that doesn't allow for us to shine in the full light of joy that we should. You know, it's very particular areas that we are allowed to shine, or that the masses, you know, seek this gratification and validation. And it's so difficult to see your own light and your own worth in your spaces. But you have that. You have the freedom of sharing your story, and sometimes that's all that needs to be shared. And this was something that took a little while for me to understand, was that I could still bring so much light to other people even though I was suffering, you know. And I found myself in really dark spaces in my life, and not really enjoying my life, and I didn't understand where I brought others joy in that space, but I still did, you know. And we can do that, and sometimes it takes the darkness in you to see the darkness in someone else, and for them to feel accepted and understood. And you know, you can find a space of love and appreciation for one another in that. And you know, just sharing your story with someone that might be struggling in the same ways as you is a way to show, you know, love and light to someone else. So don't ever think there's nothing that you can do to shine or share your light, even if you are in a small space right now and you find yourself in such darkness. Just by sharing your story and your truth is how you can bring light to others. We're working on our website at the moment, everyone, and we really wanted to bring stories of growth forward if people wanted to share. So if you find yourself in a space and you're just wanting to share your story so others can feel aligned with you and know that, you know, you are now walking the path of light and you are seeking spaces of joy for yourself, do start emailing those over to us. You can email the Light Renegades or me personally, and yeah, we can work with you in sharing your story and what you might want to say to those that might be struggling, to those in the collective that might be working through all types of things, all types of energy. And I realized this was something that really helped me on my journey. You know, I was going through a lot of things that couldn't be explained in a lot of spaces that I found myself in, but just finding other people's journeys and lights, and you know, these spaces of people sharing their truths, it made me feel validated, it made me feel seen, and gave me the courage to be doing this now and to be stepping forward and shining my light where I can to help those. And that is all I've ever wanted, you know, is to help others see their true worth in their own light, because for the longest time I didn't see mine and I was really hurting. And I just never want for anyone to be stuck in that space, because it's not fun and it's really painful. So I'm grateful to be here again, and yeah, that's it from me today. I'm going to find some space of rest and peace tonight, and I hope all of you are finding those spaces for yourselves too. But that will be all for me today. Do take care. Bye.